Hello friends, and welcome to the Warrior Light broadcast from Ananda Village. Today we're hosting today's webinar in the studio here at Online with Ananda due to a planned power outage in Ananda Village. So we have our humble abode here, and it's a joy to come together and celebrate this inner light and to help strengthen it in each other, to become deeper channels for this divine blessing to flood into the world. My name is Dhyan, and this is Arati, and let's begin our satsang today with a prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, dearest friend, beloved God, great masters of self-realization, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Teshwar, and Paramahansa Yogananda, saints of all religions, we humbly bow to you all. Divine Mother, we come to you today to open our lives to receive your light abundantly. Flood into our being. Purify our thoughts. Expand our hearts. Help us to live in your light. And share your loving light with all our soul friends everywhere. Om. Peace. Amen.
So we know that we are living difficult times with a lot of changes and challenges, and sometimes it's not easy to stay positive and have a good attitude and in life in general. But as a warriors of light, what tools do we have to use, to apply, to go through every challenge that life can bring us? And there is a couple of tools that I want to share, and one of them is energy. This is a key weapon for a warrior of light to use, have and live a life with energy and dynamically. So, but there are two sides for this aspect. One is how to have more energy, and the other one is how not to lose the energy. So sometimes we feel, especially with all these challenges, that we can feel like losing the energy, like maybe through some habits, maybe specific thoughts that we may have, or sometimes because we are engaged so much with what is happening through news or social media. So when we see ourselves losing our energy with all those things, whatever it is, we need to be aware and awake and ready just to stop those thoughts, those habits. So we will stop this, the energy going out. The other aspect is how to increase our energy, how to live with more energy. And one first step that we can do, and that's very beautiful and simple, is to do more of what we love, of what will bring us joy. So with that, we will open our heart and we will be more receptive to increase our energy. But there is also specific tools that we can use to draw to our life cosmic energy, the energy that is in the universe, the energy that is holding from the biggest galaxy to the smallest particle in creation, and bringing that energy to our life. So the great yoga master Paramahansa Yogananda taught us specific techniques so we can be in charge of our lives, bringing that energy and infuse our body, our mind, and every aspect of our lives. From techniques like Hong So or energization exercises or even Kriya Yoga, those are specific techniques that will teach us how to draw that energy and manage and infuse it in every aspect of our lives. So if you know these techniques, practice them more consciously, more deeply. And if you don't know them, you can go to ananda.org and check them out. As Yogananda put it, this is the rocket for self-realization and for knowing God. So the other technique or the other tool that we can apply in our life as warriors of light is calmness. To have our heart and our mind calm will be key to stay unshaken in midst of the crash of breaking worlds, as Yogananda put it. So have our mind and our heart calm will help us to take one step back and see things in more a subjective way, not be involved with our emotions, and not to lose our energy through what we like or we don't like. So be more detached, but also be more receptive to what life and God want to tell us, and be also more in tune to our inner guidance. So let's use consciously these two tools, the energy and calmness, as a shield and sword as warriors of light.
Swami Kriyananda had a very inspiring statement that I invite you all to meditate upon, that there's an appropriate joy in every circumstance. But where do we find this joy? Do we find it out in the world? Do we find it in the circumstances that are bound to change? Or do we find it somewhere else? Of course, as yogis, we know where that place lies. It's within ourself. And so this joy is behind every circumstance. As Yoganandaji said, circumstances are neutral. It is our reaction to those circumstances that give them their relative value. But as Arati was saying, if we can calm those reactions and center ourselves more within, we can then open ourselves to that eternal joy of God's light in every circumstance, in every experience, and then we're able to rise above the waves of this world, and then we can be a warrior of light. How do we be a warrior of light? First, being in the light. If we can attune ourselves deeply to that inner light and live in that joy, it'll be natural for us to share that joy. It'll be natural for us to share that light with everyone we encounter, and we can be that source of upliftment for this planet. So let us go into our meditation with that in mind, that we are a being of light already. This light lives at the very core of our being, and all we need to do is simply remove those obstructions that prevent us from seeing that light, from experiencing and living that light. So in this meditation, let's dive deep, even if it's in a short amount of time. Let's take these 5 minutes and go as deep as we can into our stillness, and then we'll feel that light growing in our heart. And then obviously at the end, we'll practice the affirmation, and then Arati will lead us in a brief healing prayers for the world. So let's close our eyes, uplift our gaze to the point between the eyebrows. And just drawing your awareness to your breath for a moment. Placing no demands on it. Simply allowing it to flow as it comes and goes on its own accord. And like a mighty river, allow the current of breath to carry your consciousness upwards to the sea of God's light. Cast into that river of breath any agitated feeling, any thoughts that pull us away from this present moment. Let us rest in this presence of inner stillness and of God's inspiring light. Let's meditate together for a few minutes now. maintaining an inner focus. Let us practice the affirmation, the warrior of the light, infusing these words with that consciousness that we are free in God, that the divine power flows through each and every one of us, blessing this world, blessing all those in need, that liberating touch of God's joy. So first out loud in a strong, commanding voice, invoking the awareness of your conscious mind. God's light is within me and around me.
God's light is within me and around me.
With the sword of faith in my hand.
With the sword of faith in my hand.
With the love of God in my heart.
With the love of God in my heart.
I am a warrior of light.
I am a warrior of light.
I join my brothers and sisters everywhere.
I join my brothers and sisters everywhere.
To overcome fear with faith.
To overcome fear with faith.
Hatred with love.
Hatred with love.
And disease with health.
And disease with health.
We are all warriors of light.
We are all warriors of light.
We fill the world with God's light.
We fill the world with God's light.
Now in a more normal speaking voice, God's light is within me and around me.
God's light is within me and around me.
With the sword of faith in my hand.
With the sword of faith in my hand.
With the love of God in my heart.
With the love of God in my hand, my heart.
I am a warrior of light.
I am a warrior of light.
I join my brothers and sisters everywhere.
I join my brothers and sisters everywhere.
To overcome fear with faith.
To overcome fear with faith.
Hatred with love.
Hatred with love.
And disease with health.
And disease with health.
We are all warriors of light.
We are all warriors of light.
We fill the world with God's light.
We fill the world with God's light.
Now in a whisper, but with deepening concentration on these words, feeling their reality within yourself. God's light is within me and around me.
God's light is within me and around me.
With the sword of faith in my hand. With the love of God in my heart. I am a warrior of light. I join my brothers and sisters everywhere. To overcome fear with faith. Hatred with love, and disease with health. We are all warriors of light. We fill the world with God's light. Now only mentally, infusing the subconscious mind with this vibration of light, transforming yourself on a deep level. God's light is within me and around me. With the sword of faith in my hand, with the love of God in my heart. I am a warrior of light. I join my brothers and sisters everywhere to overcome fear with faith, hatred with love, and disease with health. We are all warriors of light. We fill the world with God's light. Centering your consciousness at the point between the eyebrows. Let's practice this one last time, infusing the superconscious with the living vitality of these words. God's light is within me and around me. With the sword of faith in my hand, with the love of God in my heart, I am a warrior of light. I join my brothers and sisters everywhere to overcome fear with faith, hatred with love, and disease with health. We are all warriors of light. We fill the world with God's light. Just taking a moment to bathe in that light, to feel that it's pouring within your consciousness from all directions, filling your mind, your heart, your entire being with that radiant, joyful light of God.
Now feel feeling these blessings, this energy, and this light flowing through us. Let's send it out to share it with all the world, with all the brothers and sisters everywhere, so the light can sparkle in every heart, that the love and peace can be found everywhere. Let's rub your hands and be an instrument to share these blessings, this light with all the world. Let's chant 3 ohms. Om, peace. Amen.
Thank you, dear friends, for joining us today. And may the light be the only reality we live in small and great ways. Let's tap into this light and manifest it in all that we do. God bless you, friends.
Thank you so much for joining us.